to go off and continue our whole little spiel because I want to tie in. I love this picture of Collin on Instagram. The picture that he just posted. His first post probably is in a hot minute. Where Collin's posted up. Boys' night? Was it boys' night out?
It was boys' night.
Boys' night, for sure. It was on a Saturday, Friday?
Friday was a birthday party.
There we go. Whose birthday?
My friend Max.
I was about to say I was going to be upset if it was yours and we forgot to shout you out.
No, not mine.
Collin is repping a #1 Oklahoma.
I'm repping the best pure athlete of the last 5 years is what I was repping. I was repping my appreciation for a once-in-a-generation type of athletic talent that is Kyler Murray. So, yes, and we're going to talk about his draft stock right now.
How much did the jersey cost you? $20? $20?
That's confidential.
Okay. DH gate, something like that?
Maybe.
It was the first time I've ever seen you wear anything.
It was a gift.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, just making sure.
Yeah.
So you didn't buy it for yourself?
I did not buy it.
Would you normally buy it for yourself? Something like that?
I own like one other jersey.
Okay.
So
maybe. Nah.
Maybe, yeah.
But why do you like him so much?
Yeah.
Have you watched him play football?
Clearly the NFL has him because they're wanting him to throw. They're comparing his hand size. That's the biggest thing. That's their biggest topic going on in national or in the media right now, and they're worried too much about is he big enough. But
he is big enough. They're trying to find a comp for him. This is the issue. The NFL wants to compare every player to someone else. They're like, oh, we can't comp him to Russell Wilson because Russell Wilson's thicker. And well, guess what? He doesn't need a comp. He's got there's this perception that since he's short, he does not have a strong arm. He's got a cannon. He's ridiculously fast. He can make all the throws. And they're like, oh, he's short. Oh, he's not going to be able to see over his linemen. Oklahoma had 5 NFL-caliber offensive linemen that are humongous. He saw over them just fine. So,
and ran right by
all 5 of their starting offensive linemen are going to be in the NFL one day. It was a great offensive line. So I don't understand all this talk of, oh, he's just going to get his passes batted down. Dirt. The NFL's dumb. They misevaluate quarterbacks all the time. Josh Allen was a top 10 pick. So Josh Allen, because he's 6'5", who hadn't had a completion percentage above 60% going back to high school, should be a top 10 pick. But Kyler Murray, the Heisman Trophy winner, shouldn't because he's 5'9".
See, I'm glad I brought this up to realize that there was actually a connection. I honestly thought
an NFL front office should hire me because their scouts are idiots.
They should at this point. Well, that's the thing. Are they dumb enough for him to slowly move up into the #1 pick?
I think he will wind up going in the top 10. Yes, rightfully so.
Okay. Who to? Who are we thinking?
I'm having a hard time pinning a team. The Giants are too dumb to take him, I think.
I could see got Flacco, so they're not
I could see Jacksonville maybe doing it.
Maybe going.
Arizona. Here's what I think. I think Arizona wants to trade the #1 pick. I think they would move down and maybe take him. They say Rosen's their guy. I liked Rosen. Rosen looked horrible last year. It was a terrible situation in his defense. Yeah. But if Kingsbury, the Big 12 guy,
he said it. He wants him. If he could.
You know he's just salivating over the thought of having Kyler Murray. So who else can move up? Like every mock draft I've seen has the Dolphins taking him. I don't know why. But
13?
Huh? At 13. They're at 13 right now. But the team I'm interested in is Washington. Alex Smith's catastrophic leg injury has put his career in jeopardy. They need a quarterback of the future. These Gruden boys, the word is they love him. Oakland too, John and Jay. So I think Washington is the team to watch for Kyler Murray. That franchise needs a jolt. The NFL is better when Washington is good, like they were in the 80s, winning Super Bowls under Joe Gibbs. So I think that's the team to watch for Kyler Murray.
So here's my kind of quibble with Kyler Murray. I think that he got caught in the crosshairs with the whole baseball and football thing. He was going to play football all along, but obviously it's a money grab. Where is he going to get the money? If the A's were going to, pony up and pay him $40 million, I don't think he's going to shy away from that. But for me, I want to know how much Kyler Murray loves football and how much he just wants to be a superstar.
Kyler Murray left $4 million on the table to play football. That means he loves football.
But he knows he's getting that $4 million back. Okay. He will get that $4 million back with endorsements and stuff pretty quickly.
Yeah, but in the long
if he didn't love football, he wouldn't have put in his baseball contract that I have to play football for a year before I even sign this deal. the A's.
While I agree, I think, but him going in as quarterback, he's got to be the guy that shows up first, leaves last, knows the playbook, and I don't think that I'm not buying into any of that. He can't see over his linemen, stuff like that. I want to know how he'll stack up against NFL defenses, just because, yeah, he played Alabama, but against the Big 12 defenses, the shootout against West Virginia, there was hardly ever a cornerback in the frame when he was throwing to his receivers down the field. So I want to know if Kyler Murray can make those throws. I don't think he's going to throw at the combine. But my other thing with Kyler Murray is he's got to go to a team that has a system that will fit him. Patrick Mahomes is a great talent, but Andy Reid had a system in place that played to his strengths. If Mahomes was in Buffalo, I don't know that he puts together an MVP season. Buffalo doesn't.
Spoiler alert, he doesn't.
Buffalo doesn't have the pieces. Buffalo doesn't have the talent. Buffalo doesn't have the system around him. So Kyler Murray, as good as he may be, if he doesn't end up in the right spot, he might be in a place where he is like a Josh Allen getting in there, getting beat up immediately because he doesn't have anybody, any strengths around him. And so I just want to know where he'll end up and if he'll get into a spot that is favorable for him.
Mine, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How many quarterbacks in the NFL are not system dependent? The answer is one. His name is Aaron Rodgers. No, every quarterback needs to be in the right situation in order to succeed. Period. End of discussion. So that does not make Kyler Murray less of a prospect because he needs a good situation. Every quarterback needs a good situation. Kyler Murray will be a star in the NFL. He is He has been. These criticisms about him playing against Big 12 defenses is what we heard about Baker Mayfield coming out.
I was about to say
Baker Mayfield was a walk-on. Kyler Murray was a 5-star quarterback who went undefeated at a Texas powerhouse. He has been elite his entire life. That is not going to stop now. Kyler Murray will be a superstar.